In a calamitous eruption of spectacularly self-destructive implosion, Prince Harry found himself in handcuffs early this morning after a drunken rage-filled meltdown culminated with the exiled British royal drunkenly commandeering a vehicle, launching him on a chaotic road rampage before inevitably being apprehended. The seismic detonation catalyzing this latest nuclear humiliation salvo mushroom clouding the Duke of Sussex was apparently ignited by recent banishment pronouncements stripping him of all remaining roles orchestrating the annual Invictus Games competitions for wounded military veterans. An orphaned cause célèbre formerly representing one Harry's few remaining positive initiatives clinging to mainstream respectability. Oh, so it's come to this, has it? The great ginger stain upon magical monarchy's glorious annals reduced to some binge-swilling choleric savage spectacle slobbering all across international media circuits yet again, slurred the visibly inebriated Duke upon being pulled over by local highway patrol officers just outside Montecito's township limits. Well, I pity whatever poor authoritarian flunkies received marching orders issuing draconian prohibitions revoking my solitary platforms, compensating for all the irredeemable humanitarian catastrophes triggering generations of systemic oppression and cultural genocide suffered by indigenous warrior societies, at the blood-stained sword hands of colonizing imperialist regimes like the monstrous crime syndicate my ancestors forcibly indoctrinated me birthright dues-paying fealties and admiral curtsies towards. According to multiple law enforcement eyewitness testimonies catalogued in public incident reporting archives, the surreal escalation commenced approximately 7:18 a.m. local time when California Highway Patrol Communications Headquarters received panicked phone calls relaying audio-visual evidence of an intoxicated individual, presumed Harry, hazardously weaving in and out of traffic while occasionally vaulting his entire torso out of the driver's side window. The erratic swerving and inexplicably belligerent road-raging gesticulations jetting from what civilians recognized as the distinctive red-headed prince instantly prompted emergency dispatch mobilizations with prioritized interception tactics initiating immediate pursuit and apprehension protocols. Yeah, we'd been tracking increasing high-risk advisories about deteriorating psychologicals surrounding the Brit Ginger menace ever since confirmation intel materialized that the Invictus Commission revoked all his privileges and prerogatives toward planning this year's ceremonies, recounted Mike Shedlooper, senior CHP patrol sergeant whose squad spearheaded the delicate Harry interdiction operation before apprehending him 23.7 miles later. Obviously high-profile VIP operations always bear hallmarks of unpredictability alongside heightened sensitivities considering how instantaneously any controversial optics could disproportionately spiral into regenerative PR crises detonating across social media algorithm acceleration cyberspaces. But this blatant renegade intoxication exhibitionism repeatedly created mobile hazard emergencies which obviously took precedence over risk mitigation calculations. After initially pursuing Prince Harry across a zigzagging labyrinth culminating across Highway 101 southbound lanes, dashcam footage clearly captures the moment when CHP officers managed strategically boxing in the careening vehicle as it nearly plowed into an overhead on-ramp divider. Despite the chaotic circumstances alongside duress considerations mitigated through crisis negotiation rapport building, officers were left with no recourse but to subdue and apprehend the belligerent royal through non-lethal compliance holds when he defiantly refused cooperating with even the most basic intake processing inquiries while continuing escalating his drunken outbursts toward sovereign citizen rhetoric. Listen here, you scurrilous badge-wearing thugligans in service of despotic regimes disavowing the very human rights emanating as inalienable birthrights written into our Gnostic DNA code reckonings by Great Father Son's Illuminati electro-wizards. Prince Harry continued spewing profane invectives and phrases laden with bizarre Gnostic metaphysics upon being handcuffed before cameras. You mean to imply the honorable scions of conquering ancestral bloodlines receive summon towards processing facilities segregating compliance into designated reservation gulags? Then go ahead and haul my so-called Royal Highness off to your hologrammatical corporate apartheid stockade plantations because I only honor natural laws, not your fictitious draconian jurisdictions. Originally booked and detained at Santa Barbara's main jail on charges of felony drunk driving, resisting arrest, reckless endangerment for the highway rampage alongside a litany of alcohol-related offenses, the fallen prince's defiant hostility persisted beyond initial bookings according to correctional staff. Multiple viral videos smuggled by fellow inmates captured the raving royal's sustained meltdowns echoing throughout corridors, ranging from denouncing the Invictus Games Commission as treasonous betrayers against heroic indigenous warrior bloodlines, up to defiantly refusing intake protocol measures by allegedly ingesting an unidentified powder substance believed hallucinogenic before forcibly being restrained to prevent potential overdose self-harm. "Listen, I'm gonna level with you plebes because you look like good kids who got waylaid from their destinies hustling on this Terran gulag misery wheel, completely oblivious to multitudes of far grander cosmic star seedings unfolding according to epic rhyme cycles beyond mortal illiteracy fields," Prince Harry slurred at one point while temporarily separated in detox observation according to inmate recordings provided to media outlets. "That powder merely represented celestial stargates unlocked toward manifesting my perfected solar Mercury Aeon superseding generations, subjecting this world toward bloodline enslavements under archonic reptilian dominions seething with vril energies colonizing most royal Draco ancestries. So these clowns pinch little ol' me for drunk driving traffic violations? I alone keep stellar genetic activations safe, warding away draconian child harvester collectives preying upon hominids for millennia." While various corroborating accounts allege Harry remained in a delirious hallucinatory state throughout portions of the incarceration ordeal before being released on bond this afternoon, sources close to the Duke of Sussex insist the entire meltdown debacle catalyzing his eventual arrest and jailing represented the heartbreaking culmination fueled by long-festering dejection, anger, and abandonment despondencies. They claim the revocation of Invictus Games oversight dealt the ultimate death blow toward whatever minuscule patches of self-worth and dignity remained following years' enduring compounded dehumanizing media satires, celebrity alienations alongside family estrangements born from the couple's catastrophically self-immolating exodus from royal life. Nobody except Meghan understands how completely shattering, permanently severing ties with Invictus competitions proved toward eviscerating Harry's fractured psyche, because that philanthropy represented the lone silver of redemptive purpose driving his will for survival against all the non-stop indignities mockingly assassinating their existences, tearfully summarized Raven Blyuppingworth, the Duchess' former PR advisor, remaining among their dwindling inner circle confidants. Even throughout periods where Meghan found herself besieged against scathing criticisms dubbing the Duchess a ruthlessly cold-blooded self-obsessed grifter, Harry frequently retreated toward Invictus involvement, seeking comfort alongside actualized virtuous intentions justifying sacrificing his crown princehood. So losing that final unifier anchoring their shared existence's raisons d'etre toward productive greater causes benefiting society only accelerated the couple atomizing into permanent psychological ruination zones, Blyuppingworth continued while explaining how the arrest represented inevitable conclusions after losing Invictus' solidified senses of total purposeless abandonment. Their marriage remained steadfastly indestructible through everything, but with Meghan increasingly isolating to protect them from deranged escalating stalkers and obsessive harassment campaigns from racist media detractors, Harry's been all but entirely alone and hopeless navigating these compounded tragedies. There's only so much devastation a person can endure before permanently shattering beyond repair, which, judging by today's catastrophic unraveling, indicates exactly where the Duke of Sussex found himself, driven towards total obliteration. Despite concerted crisis communication initiatives mounted by whatever dwindling advisors remain closely involved protecting the Sussexes' individual well-beings and public images, revelations surrounding Harry's drunken arrest instantly proliferated mimetic wildfires across social media spheres within mere hours. Particularly popular were endlessly looping dashcam footage supercuts showcasing the Duke's drunken road-raging maniacal diss.